All right, guys, so we're talking about Canelo Alvarez, the 168-pound undisputed champion who goes into a huge fight this September, September 30th to be exact, with the 154-pound undisputed champion, Jermell Ironman Charlo. You guys know Charlo is going up 2 weight classes, daring to be great, to try and capture those titles from Canelo Alvarez. It's a fight I think that's going to be extremely entertaining. Some people don't like it. I like it. I think some people don't like it because of the fact that, he's coming up 2 weight classes. But Charlo is the bigger guy in stature. So I don't really have a problem with it. I think the only thing that, hinders Charlo is maybe the punching power in this fight. Canelo Alvarez has fought as high as 175, and Charlo's never done that. So can he handle Canelo Alvarez's punching power? That's something that we have to see come fight time, of course. Now, a lot of people have been talking lately about Canelo Alvarez and how they seem to think that he is deteriorating. Sean Porter came out and said it as well, that, he doesn't look like the same fighter. And I think he said he noticed it back during the fight with Caleb Plant when he was trying to fight for the last belt for Undisputed. And you guys, after that, of course, he went up to 175 to face off against Dimitri Bivol, trying to redo what he did at 168, become undisputed. Dimitri Bivol kind of, had other plans, and he stopped Canelo Alvarez dead in his tracks from that accomplishment by dominating Canelo Alvarez in the fight. Now, a lot of people said that, Canelo Alvarez was the smaller guy, and that was the excuse people were making at the time. But what people didn't realize was that Canelo Alvarez had already fought at 175. He fought Kovalev at 175, and he knocked Kovalev out. So I don't think that was the issue in the fight. It wasn't the size. It was the skill set of Dimitri Bivol, the footwork, the superior jab, the shotgun-like combinations he was throwing. It was a lot of different factors that played into Canelo Alvarez losing that fight. Now, after that, of course, Canelo Alvarez went on to win two other fights after that loss. He faced Triple G for the 3rd time, and a sort of a lackluster fight where he couldn't get the old man up out of there. And of course, he was criticized for that. And then he had the mandatory fight with John Ryder, which people were criticizing him for because John Ryder was tagging Canelo a lot in that fight, but he did pull the fight out. Now, here's the thing. Canelo Alvarez, during the press conferences with Jermell Charlo, talked about, hearing what people were saying about him, not looking like the same guy in the ring. He hears the noise out here. He sees the stuff online. He hears, his peers talking about it, fans, and he says he's going to show something different. It's going to be something different come fight time with Jermell Charlo. Now, as for my opinion on whether or not he's deteriorating, I wouldn't say that he's exactly deteriorating. I think it's more of him being complacent. He's been in the game for a long time. He's 59-2, and the things that he's been doing has been working for him. He's been successful up until this point, except for that, that one time. Of course, Mayweather, but that one time with Dimitri Bivol. And when you're winning, and you're winning with just certain things, you tend to get complacent. Deontay Wilder is a perfect example. He was winning with the right hand. He was knocking everybody out with the right hand, and he got complacent, and he didn't really work on things that he wasn't good at. And you're only as good as, your weakest point. So it's always a good idea to work on things that you're not good at. We know Canelo Alvarez doesn't have great stamina. He has stamina issues. We know Canelo Alvarez doesn't like to throw a lot of combinations. He loads up on his shots. We know he doesn't have the best footwork in the world. Those are the things that he needs to be working on, lateral movement. And when you're successful, as he is, that's what happens. I don't think it's a matter that he has deteriorated as a fighter. He's only 33 years old. I know he's had a lot of fights, but he's still a young guy. He's younger than Crawford, and look what Crawford's doing in the ring. I just think that he got complacent. And I think he knows that. And I think, you know, he needs to add new wrinkles to his game. It's always important to try to improve on your last performance. Always work on things that you're not good at. I know a lot of times we want to work on things that we're good at, and then, you know, when that fails us, we don't have anything to fall back on. And I think that's been his issue as of late. So I think we may see some new things with Canelo Alvarez in the fight. I know we're just going to have to wait and see. But he's going to have to do that to beat a guy like Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo may not be a fighter at 168, but he is the best at what he does at 154. He is I would say a formidable opponent and a hell of a competitor. And he has that, you know, that eye of the tiger in him. He wants to be great. This is why he's doing this. This is why he's going up to 168. So Canelo's going to have to bring a lot more to the table. So like I said, I don't think he's deteriorating. I think it's just a matter of complacency and, you know, the willingness. He has to be willing to learn new things going into this fight. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Canelo Alvarez. Do you think he's deteriorating? What do you think about his chances at beating Jermell Charlo? Do you think he's going to walk through Jermell Charlo? Do you think he's, you know, in for the fight of his life? You guys let me know how you feel about that in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.